Wow.
Wonder why the numbers of breakup, divorce, separation are growing among couples? This blog will explain why and show you how to become successful in your relationship. Please listen or watch till the end. It may save your marriage or relationship. And at the end of this blog, I shall share with you extra juicy tips on how to attain a happy and successful relationship. 1 plus 1 equal 2, 1 plus 1 equals 0, 1 plus D equal 1D, 1 plus 1 equal 1, half plus half equal 1. What are they? These formulas explain what has been happening around the world, what should we do to prevent failures in relationships, and how to obtain a lasting happiness and success in relationships. Hi, my name is Danny Lee. I'm the health and life coach. I'm also the author of the book called WatchTheMouth. It's about health and happiness. Most people think relationships should be 1 plus 1 equal 2. That is, two persons get together into a relationship, but usually with a very short honeymoon period. Most relationships end up splitting into two separate ways, maybe amicably or remain in the relationships but unhappy or miserable. So the 1 plus 1 equal 2 is like a couple on the same bed but have two different dreams, or don't have sex, or each sleeps on two separate beds or in two separate bedrooms because they don't get along, or that either one gets tired or sick of the other, or each party doesn't want to settle or to accommodate the other, or unwilling to adjust themselves to fit. They expect the other should accept them for who they are, or one partner try to change the other, or neither party wants to change or compromise or be vulnerable. And they would break up or leave a relationship or get a divorce easily over minor things that bother them. That their marriage vows means nothing to them. Then they continue in their vicious cycle to search for their next Mr. or Mrs. Right. In a bad relationship, it is 1 plus 1 equals 0, where two persons maybe fell in love with each other at first sight, maybe due to strong chemistry, but later found out they are not compatible. So they leave the relationship because they are unforgiving or uncompromising, or clash in personalities, or have victim and entitlement mentalities, or one partner is abusive, blackmailing, controlling, demanding, domineering, while the other partner is the punching bag. Also, one or both of them get upset easily. Most things bother them. They usually vent their anger and frustration at each other. Some of them cheat on their partners. Most of them blame, complain, argue, judge, fight, and accuse or exaggerate. They are the confrontational, toxic, negative people with big ego. They take things for granted, don't appreciate each other. They are spiteful and vindictive. That ends up destroying each other. That is why 1 plus 1 equals 0. Meanwhile, the other partner, who is the punching bag, after one partner has been nagging a lot or have been abusive or violent, the other, after absorbing so much negative energy, implodes or leaves such a toxic relationship. But don't wait to become the punching bag. Leave such a toxic relationship ASAP. Then some of them, after their partner had left the relationship, become bitter, play victim mentality, blaming the ex-partner for having cheated on them, and tell people it is them who left him or her. In short, 1 plus 1 equals 0, means both parties lose, which is different from the zero sum, meaning where one wins, the other loses. Then another common relationship is 1 plus E equal 1D, as many people after their several unsuccessful relationships would get a dog instead as life companion, as dogs are loyal and obedient, clingy and needy for human attention. Dogs love you unconditionally for who you are. People in 1 plus D equal 1D usually could not get along with other people. Many things in the world bothers them. And they will also put too much emphasis on chemistry when they look for a human partner. So most likely they fall in love at first sight based on strong chemistry, but later found out the person they fell in love with is not compatible, or they continue to search for their next Mr. or Mrs. Right without compromising their standards. But then when they found someone based on strong chemistry, but after their honeymoon period is over, they themselves won't adjust and accommodate the other, that make them unhappy and miserable, so they break up and divorce and give up on human companionship to get a dog as substitute. Hence 1 plus D equal just you and a dog. But their lives may be hollow, as there are many things dog cannot do, and dog's lifespan is around 10 years. Then when their dog dies, they will get another dog. However, they do secretly long for human companionships, with sad ending of their very lonely late life. By the way, in 1 plus D equal 1D, the D can also either be a dildo or a doll, as some women use dildos and some men use dolls to substitute for human companionships. The previous 3 relationships are the sad stories, but they are the most common. They are like onion. When you peel them layer by layer, it makes you cry. Now comes the fun part. With happy story. The best or ideal relationship is 1 plus 1 equal 1. That both partners are physically, culturally, emotionally, financially, sexually, spiritually so compatible They share many common interests, diets, passions, goals, values, etc. They hardly have to make adjustment. They understand each other so well, even without the other saying anything. Are loyal to, support and trust each other. Don't keep secret. Can say anything to each other. They truly appreciate, adore and love each other. They are always happy, hold hands, show affection, smile, laugh with each other. They do have ups and downs, but their honeymoon period seems to go forever. Feel there's not enough time to spend together. In short, they complement and complete each other. That 1 + 1 = 1 means each of them effortlessly join together to become one united happy couple. Two souls join with one heart. They are the soulmate to each other, inseparable until death do they part. They made for life, the perfect match. But that 1 + 1 = 1 is an ideal relationship which is very rare. That happens maybe 1 in 1,000 couples. So we should aim to have a half plus half = 1 relationship, which is not hard to achieve if we have the right attitude or if we are willing to change our mindset. As we cannot and should not try to change others, but we can and should only change ourselves. So you two can have a long-lasting happy relationship. In a half plus half = 1 relationship, the couples are pragmatic. They compromise and complement, be vulnerable in order to give and receive, apologize and forgive quickly to keep peace and harmony. They are tolerant to each other's shortcomings, or they would rather focus on the positives. They have mutual respect and support. They don't take things for granted. If they met someone who is 50% compatible, they feel content, not waiting for a better match to appear next to dump their existing partner. So they cherish the relationship. That is half of you plus the other half of your partner, you become one. In a half plus half = 1 relationship, couple who has settled accept a 50% compatibility instead of letting their ego ruin their life and relationship. Then make an effort to grow the relationships by working on the other 50% non-compatible parts. So it's not about finding the right person, but it's about becoming the right person. Relationship is hard, eh? In my Watch the Mouth book, I mentioned that tragedy of life is not that it ends too soon, but that we wait too long to begin it. So take corrective actions now to save your relationship or to attain a successful, happy next relationship. Don't be the onion with layers of sad stories that make people cry. In my book, I conclude that a long-term, happy, successful relationship consists of 70% attitude, 20% compatibility, and only 10% chemistry. So you can see, attitude is far more important than chemistry. Next, I touch on the common mistake couples make in their relationships. I also discuss with you what attitudes or habits we need to cultivate or eliminate in order to achieve half plus half = 1 relationship, or even better, 1 + 1 = 1 relationship. Some people think after they got married or after they got kids, they don't have to put the same effort to make themselves attractive or feel too tired to please and take care of their spouse or partner, versus when they were still courting. This is a mistake. To open a shop is easy. To keep it open is hard. To survive and be successful in business long term, you need to work hard to cultivate and grow your business. To fall in love is easy. To keep a relationship is hard. To be happy and in love long term, you need to work hard to care and maintain your relationship. Make yourself attractive, go out on a date and have sex regularly. Don't take things for granted. Cherish each other. Always treat your partner as the most important customer or the most valuable person or MVP. Don't forget, it is easier to replace a customer if you lose one, but it is so damn hard to replace your soulmate. So don't make him or her leave your soul. When it comes to finding a life partner, it is far more important to find someone with a positive attitude than having a strong chemistry. It is nice to have chemistry, as chemistry determines if both parties may fall in love at first sight or either party or both find the other is physically attractive. Chemistry can cloud your judgment and ability to see the red flags in your potential partner that you may overlook. Their bad attitude and behaviors, and chemistry will not last, will wear off over time. Then your negative partner will pick on you and start a fight. Partner with a positive attitude is happier person who is less likely to complain or nag. Positive attitude decides if both parties can stay together and be happy long term. A positive partner will focus on the positives in you and will work on the relationship. If you are over 40 years old and looking for your love partner, having a good chemistry and great vibes with a potential partner are far less important than their and your attitudes. So don't be fussy or picky. You don't have the luxury of time to play the searching and waiting game to meet the perfect partner. If you find a person who is 20 to 50% compatible with you, it is better to settle, as if this person and you both have the right attitude, he or she will become your Mr. or Mrs. Right, then there are less or nothing about this person that annoys you. A negative person, after finding Mr. or Mrs. Right, later will find excuses why they are Mr. or Mrs. Right is no longer right for him or her, or find faults what is wrong with their initial Mr. or Mrs. Right and leave the relationship. Then will wait for a better person to appear. Then after a better person appears, i.e. more handsome, prettier, wealthier, they will find something else that bothers them. Then the breakup cycle begins. That is why some people divorce, remarry multiple times. If we are never contented, don't appreciate why we are attracted to the original partner, take him or her for granted, the initial right person will become your wrong partner. This searching waiting game will never end. That is why so many people remain singles, wasted so many opportunities and lost their prime time or passed their best before dates. Then there are people who are misconceived, thinking communication is key to successful long-term happy relationship. But if you have negative attitude, what you communicate with each other to the other partner is more likely in nagging and complaining, which will not help but hurt your relationship. However, if we have positive attitude, it will be unlikely to have anything to nag or complain about, but we generally have a happy conversation with our partner. We also have been misguided to think that it is good to our health that we vent our anger and frustration, and that it is better to do it with or at our loved ones, that we should not hide our feelings and they need to hear our complaints thinking they are tolerant and forgiving. This is a mistake. Our loved ones are human too. They may love you unconditionally, but they also have a limit on how much negativity they can absorb, or else they could explode one day and leave you. Nagging or negative people are like dark clouds. When they disappear, it is a brighter day. If you meet negative people, you can leave without waiting for them to disappear. If you yourself is the complaining negative person, the best solution is watch the mouth. If we have something not nice to say or unhappy about, keep it to ourselves, then change our mindset, digest what annoys, bothers or irritates us. Gradually, you'll find that most things won't upset you anymore. It's not what happened to us, but how we react or respond to what happened that matters. So if you want a half plus half equal 1 relationship, there are 5 bad habits or attitudes you need to cultivate or eliminate. 1. Eliminate the habit to complain or nag. 2. Eliminate the habit to argue or pick on your partner. 3. Eliminate the habit to accuse, exaggerate or judge. 4. Eradicate any victim and entitlement mentality. 5. Cultivate a habit to check your ego and emotion and learn to control your temper. If you want a 1 plus 1 equal 1 relationship, there are 5 habits or attitudes you need to cultivate. 1. Positive attitude. Your cup should not be full, but should be overflowing with positive energy, love, happiness and self-esteem. 2. Good sense of humor. 3. Don't take things for granted. Always treat your partner like an MVP, the most valuable person. 4. Praise and compliment your partner regularly. 5. Being honest, truthful and supportive. You can find out more in my book Watch the Mouth on how to cultivate or eliminate good or bad habits, how to watch our mouth, adjust our mindsets in order to live a happy life and successful relationship. Conclusion. Falling in love is easy, getting along is hard. That is why people prefer to remain single, get divorced or leave a relationship, or get a dog who is always loyal and obedient. Happiness is a 70-20-10 split. That means 70% attitude, 20% environment, and only 10% of other people's action. The same 70-20-10 split apply in terms of success in happy, long-lasting relationship with our life partner. That means 70% attitude, 20% compatibility, and only 10% chemistry. So attitude is key to a long-term successful, happy relationship. We should change our attitude and watch our mouth, as they can decide what we say and do. It is not uncommon that after we found Mr. or Mrs. Right, it ends in separation or divorce after a few months or years if that right person doesn't have the right attitude versus the right attitude partner who will appreciate and work to keep each other. As promised at the beginning, here's the fun parts and the salacious relationship tips. Enjoy!
Make her pussy wet, not her eyes.
Get on his dick, not his nerve. Make his dick hard, not his life.
Here are the extra tips that will help you to attain a long-term, happy, successful relationship. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. We choose our attitude chooses our happiness and success. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you call it fate. We have 2 ears but 1 mouth, so listen more and talk less, or shut up if we have nothing nice to say. Our mouths and tongues can easily switch people's hearts or stab others in an instant. So be careful with our words. Once they're spoken, they can can only be forgiven by others but cannot be forgotten. So remember the principle of 100 minus 1 equals 0, as it takes only one mistake to destroy every good deed you have done. So don't cheat or lie to your partner. Never ruin an apology with an excuse. Is it more important to be right than to be happy? Ego is toxic. Destroy your ego before it destroys you. Drop your ego. You have nothing to lose here but a whole life to win. It is an instinct to vent your angers and frustrations, but it is a skill to control your emotions. Don't let bad emotion ruin your efforts and your life. Learn to control your emotions. Keep your mouth shut is a sign of maturity. Anger begins with madness but ends in regrets. Getting angry is like using other people's words and action to punish ourselves. If you are right, there is no need to be angry, and if you are wrong, you have no right to be angry. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison yourself, expecting the other person to die. Holding a grudge doesn't make you strong, it makes you bitter. Forgiving doesn't make you weak, it sets you free. When you choose to forgive, it won't change the past, but it will change the future. When you replace why this is happening to me with what is this trying to teach me, everything shifts. Our lives are not determined by what happens to us, but by how we react and respond to what happens. Not by what life brings to us, but by the attitude we bring to life. A positive attitude gives you a power over your circumstances instead of allowing your circumstances to have power over you. A person is happy not because everything in his or her life is right, but because his or her attitude towards everything in life is right. A positive attitude causes a chain of reaction of positive thoughts, words, actions, events, and outcomes. It is a catalyst that creates extraordinary fortunes, happiness, and success in life. People with entitlement mentality confuse their privilege as their rights. Ask not what you can get from him or her, but ask what you can do for him or her. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. A negative person is like dark cloud. When they disappear, it is a brighter day, but don't wait till they go away. You can leave them too. If you are in a toxic relationship, leave before your toxic partner destroys you. Don't suffer anymore. Change what you can't accept what you can't change. If you always do what you have always done, you always get what you have got. You won't get what you want if you don't appreciate what you already have. Attitude is far more important than chemistry. Attitude will last, chemistry will wear off over time. Chemistry can cloud your judgment and ability to see the red flags in your potential partner. It is not important to hear from your partner to say I love you, but what matters is whether he or she is still in love with you. Have sex exercise regularly. It is healthy, it burns off calories. Being horny is not filthy, and sex is not dirty. Learn to talk erotically before and during sex. Then sex will be more fun and enjoyable and strengthen your love for each other. Most dirty jokes are funny, funny jokes are often dirty. There is no shame in laughing at dirty jokes. Laughter is the best medicine. A happy marriage or relationship is like a long conversation which always seems too short. Love is not about finding the right person. Love is about becoming the right person. The quality of your thinking and words decides the quality of your life. Happy and prosperous or unhappy and miserable, the key lies in the karma of the mouth. So watch the mouth if we want to prevent misfortunes but to obtain success and attain happiness in life. To summarize, successful relationship is compromising and accommodating each other. So half plus half equal 1. Toxic relationship is two persons who don't appreciate each other. So 1 plus 1 equals 0. Unhappy relationship is 1 plus 1 equal 2. That ends up in divorce or separation. Hollow relationship is 1 plus E equal 1D by getting a dog as life companion. Happiest relationship is two soulmates joined with one heart. So 1 plus 1 equal 1. So what do you think of this video? Please leave your comment. And if you like this video, please like and share. If you have not followed and subscribed, please follow and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. If you want to learn more about Watch the Mouth book on how to prevent sickness and misfortune, the link to Amazon is in the description.